By the way, Katie, your husband can't be everywhere like he was on CNN shooting down these ridiculous assertions and these ridiculous questions. AOC, who said this about Stephen during her Sunday live stream. Watch.
Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them.
So, Kate, first of all, every time I meet someone, they go, wow, you're a lot taller than I thought you were going to be. So I must read short. But Stephen doesn't read short to me. How tall? Is Stephen 4'10"?
He's 5'10", but she's nothing but a sad, petty, childless adult bemoaning the rich while flying on private planes. If she wants to hurl personal insults, I say bring it on. Because the bottom line is all these left snowflakes, all they know how to do is be keyboard warriors or yell into a computer screen instead of actually arguing or having a debate with their counterparts, because what she knows is that President Trump and his administration is more effective in a single 24-hour period than she will ever be in her entire life, because all she's left to do is yell into the computer screen and be an obstructionist within her own party, because President Trump is doing what he promised. He's completed every single one of his platform commitments at the convention last year. That is more than she can say about her entire time in Congress or her entire life.
All right. Check her out at the Katie Miller podcast. We hope to see more of her around here. Thank you so much. It's great to talk to you, Katie.
AOC must have been listening to Greg Gutfeld. She's now leaning into personal insults by making fun of MAGA men and Stephen Miller's height. But Stephen Miller will not be short-shamed.
We knew that her brain didn't work. Now we know their eyes don't work. So, I mean, she is a mess, right? What a train wreck. What a train wreck. Every time she's on TV, Republican approval ratings go up, Democrat approval ratings go down. That lady is a walking nightmare.
But is mocking MAGA men really the smartest way to win back male voters? According to Reuters, Democrats are courting dudes in other ways, saying this. In hopes of catching up, Democrats are testing everything from ads about beer prices to influencers taking tours of the Capitol, while party heavyweights have begun appearing on podcasts that appeal to young men, a key element of Trump's 2024 strategy. My question to you is, Greg, I mean, it's not so bad being 4'10", right?
Not at all. You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, AOC watches me. Yeah,
I think
that's all I got. No, as you know, Dana, I invented the theory called the hierarchy smear.
Okay.
So in the hierarchy smear, what rests at the top is fascist, Nazi, racist, because they make you targets for violence. On this hierarchy, physical slights are highly preferred because no one's going to hurt you. So to me, AOC is doing a really good thing. This is a vast improvement over her Democrat allies who demonize us. She's pointing her allies to a far less harmful path of ridicule. I want her to call me names. I want her to call me short and stupid, because that means she's not calling me Hitler. So a New York Times writer who went, you know, that big Kat Timpf story? So that New York Times writer, I can't remember her name, she interviews me, and she basically wanted to nail me for calling people fat. And she's asked me, why do I mock the obese, Stelter, Pritzker, Joy Behar, when surely there are obese people in my audience? And I said, those people in my audience don't call me a fascist. They don't call me Hitler. They don't try to get my friends killed. The hierarchy of smears, calling Stelter a big fat pig, doesn't come close to the rhetoric that he's applied to my friends at Fox and otherwise. Of course, the New York Times writer did not include that in her article.
But now more people know about it.
Now she is exposed. Gotcha.
Do you think that MAGA men are insulted by AOC?
No, I think AOC wants to sleep with Miller. It is so obvious, and I'm sorry, you can't have him. Miller is the best. I know him well socially, and the man is not overcompensating. Dana, I know when people are overcompensating. I know people at this table who are overcompensating. That person is me. He is a policy savant. I mean, this guy is confident. He battles CNN with grace and with class. and he provides wise counsel to the President of the United States. This is what AOC doesn't get about men. Miller is a high-value man because he has power and influence, because he has vision, and he's on a mission to save this republic and protect Western civilization. He speaks with confidence and flair, and he's unafraid of anything. Now, AOC may have someone that's taller like Gavin, or someone has more distinguished characteristics like Adam Schiff, the senator, who talks like this, or someone with more wealth like Soros the Younger. But those men are not brave men. Those men did not protect the country when the country needed it. We had tests throughout the last couple of years, tests on crime, tests during COVID, and tests with immigration. And all of the men that AOC seems to value, they all failed the test, and they failed it miserably. Men who are high-value men like Stephen Miller take risks. They're brave, they're unafraid, they're confident, and they're on a mission, and they have younger wives with beautiful children. I think I just gave him like a dating recommendation.
I don't know, man. That was pretty creepy.
I love Stephen Miller. That's not clear.
Clearly.
Yeah.
First of all, she's in Kimmel territory on this here because she was off by a whole foot. She said he's 4'10", he's 5'10", all right? I mean, you're off by like 20%. Try to get something accurate. Now, number two, it's not actually that unserious a thing because I've said it on the air, I still believe it. I think she's the nominee for president next time around. Forget the Schumer stuff. I think she's going higher.
Right.
So who is her ideal man? Who are we talking about here? Some smelly soy boy with a man bun and a Hamas scarf? Like, you know, what is there? If the Dems want some advice about how to reach men, especially young men, let's start with this. Define the gender, because there's two. How can we expect the Democratic Party, the current progressives in the Democratic Party, to come around to saying, okay, we're going to try to reach men, especially young men who are full of hormones? How are we going to try to reach them on their home field when we can't define what a woman is? Because for young men, their identity is young women. That's it. So if you can't come around to the idea that we actually have two genders, you're already starting at a significant loss.
I would personally like to thank AOC for giving us so much great content. It's great.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.